Hello everyone, my name is Clarence Mohoro and this is
Hilda.
And today we are talking about our first physical bootcamp for the investment classes. And it was such an amazing experience, and let me tell you how it started from the beginning. So I get this text from this group of crazy guys called Host Guests, and they tell me, Clarence, we believe you can make your online bootcamps a physical bootcamp. And I was like, why not? Let's be crazy, why not? And we started planning towards that. And I remember it was such a busy time because we had the online bootcamp going on for the entire week. We are doing a library lounge, and now on Saturday, we are supposed to do now the physical bootcamp. And so we got an amazing venue. I remember we went with my guy Obi to IHIT Kenya, which is the former Iran embassy, to ask whether we could get the venue there. And we were negotiating for a good price, and they gave us a good quote. And everything was set. Now we shot some videos, and now the journey began from there. And so now it was a very interesting time, and doing things physically actually gave me a bit of fear. Like I was like, now I'm with students live. If I mess up here or if I don't meet the demands, you see people's frustration or you see people being disappointed. So I had that, and I remember it was such an interesting time because you're believing for something, you want to do something great, but then you're also fearing what if I don't deliver. And so planning was amazing. I remember trying to do the arts, communicating with Hosk's team, which is very, very, very cool. They have a leader called Steve who's amazing. Trying to get food, trying to see what else can we add, getting bands, young investors, #bootcamp 2021, trying to see, okay, do we get workbooks for these guys, where do we get sound? And I remember one important thing was that now that's where you see your friends come through. Big shout out to Baigua who gave me free sound. Shout out to Papa Billions, my DJ, who came and DJed for free. We did a good planning, and for me, I remember the day before I had so much pressure, and we had come from the library lounge, and now it was time for now the next day. Or now on Friday evening, we were going to look at the venue. Then on Saturday, I come for the physical bootcamp at IHIT Kenya. And I remember we went for lunch, late lunch with 5 friends. You are among the friends. And I remember just switching off. Those times just switch off your mind so that you just don't remember anything you're supposed to do. No pressure, no thinking about what I've not done yet. I remember just taking 1 hour and I'm like, man, I'm happy I'm out of this world. Like I'm just not back into the system. Like sometimes people do things and have projects and ideas, but then those projects can consume you because you don't want to fail, you want to deliver. And so like feeling that pressure was very, very intense. But then now the next day was Saturday, and it was such an amazing day. I remember we reached there on time with Hilda and Wendy and started planning for everything. And now from there, now I started teaching, and now she can give her experience as a student and as part of the team.
Thank you so much. That was nice. I took out so many, I had so many experiences during the physical bootcamp because first of all, I'm such an outdoor person. Those people that can barely stay in the house. Yeah, I'm one of those people. So the chance to just do a physical bootcamp was it for me. And the fact that we got to plan it as a team with Wendy. You'll see Wendy a lot in other videos because right now she's doing an exchange program out of the country, but you'll see her. So Wendy was also part of the planning, and I feel like just how that morning began, because we went to Quickmart to shop, and then we got to IHIT, the ambience, because it's such a beautiful place. You should go there. Everything is perfect. And then host guests also. I know, those people that have a natural hosting talent. What was his name?
Steve.
Who's called Steve?
Yeah, Steve Logan.
Logan, yeah, I remember he was Logan. Yeah, so also Logan gave our students a good experience. And the first thing that stood out is getting the chance to learn about investment, because that's what our bootcamps entail. So I got the chance to learn about investments physically while having fun, while meeting new people, making new friends while at it, which is very important because I feel like my natural talent is talking. I always have something to say. Sometimes I'm just like, how do you people keep quiet for so long? Because I always have something to say. So that was so nice for me. And also the fact that we got to dance with my 2 left feet. And Wendy is such a people's person. So Wendy leading all this, the dance and just leading people. We played the Kahoot game, which I was confident I'd win, but someone beat me to it. So Wendy leading these things, because she's such a joyous person. She's naturally a bubbly and happy person and a people's person. So the fact that we got to dance, we were entertained, good food, food always does it, food always does it. So all these things combined, just, when you get to learn, but you learn with fun. You learn with fun and meet other people who are interested in what you do, and you can exchange ideas, and you can build on those ideas you previously had. It's very important for anyone running a business or anyone doing these things that entail other people. It's also very important to just share with other people. So the physical bootcamp for me, people coming through and you're just like, is this going to work? Because it's so much pressure. At the same time, you have to give people the value for their money, because no one wants to come and then get bored and just go home and say, oh, young investors, it's just hype, but they don't deliver. So, there's that pressure. But everything just fell into place. Like, things worked out so naturally. At the end of the day, it's like, this was it. We did it. We were so exhausted at the end of the day, but we delivered. We enjoyed the venue. We enjoyed the food. We enjoyed that our students had fun. We enjoyed dancing. We enjoyed meeting new people. And I think it's just a good thing that we got to meet other people, other young investors, not just other people, other young investors. It's so much joy when people are interested in such things.
That's true. I love that you covered everything. Remember the Amapiano dances, and it was so cool. Everyone had to do their own move, and it was just very fun. And remember having that pressure, knowing that this thing has not yet reached, and you're teaching, but then in your mind something has not yet happened. And I remember, but just believing that in the process that everything will go well. I think one thing I learned is that everything turns out okay. You have to believe that everything will go well. And so everything worked out well. It was such a fun experience for me, also meeting so many people, getting to see people have fun and enjoy and share stories. And I remember during lunch hour, I met one of my role models. It's called Alex Mativo. He had come to pass by and see us, and that was really cool, very, very cool. And I remember that by the end of the day, we had guys giving reviews. Guys were so happy, guys were so joyful. Like, man, we did it. Remember guys taking reviews. I remember guys talking and chatting, excited. They're like, I want to invest, I want to do this and this and this. And you feel like you're making an impact to people. And I remember just finishing that day, and after everyone had packed everything, I switched off the lights to the building, the Half-to-Hatched glass house. And it was empty, and I was like, man, thank you God. Because the previous day I had felt so much pressure, and now we had done it and we had finished it, and I was feeling so relieved and so joyful, and I was like, wow. And I learned a number of lessons. Number one is try things out. Go to that deep end. They say growth and comfort are never in the same room. So whenever you're growing, you feel very uncomfortable. So I learned to try new things that scare you, things that force you to level up, which is really, really cool. I learned to always prepare very well. I wish I could have prepared much more, because my pressure was coming from, I've not done this, and this. And also learned the power of last minute. I usually tell people, last minute works. Like, knowing that, okay, now we need to get 5 more students and it is the last night. Let's push, let's try. I know someone will come through, and people will come and do the last minutes. Even some, like 1 or 2 came on that day itself. And so those are some of the lessons I learned. I learned the importance of wonderful team and the importance of amazing experiences. Steve Logan usually says everything should be an experience. And so through an experience, people learn. Like that day, people got things into their mind, because we not only taught, but we also had fun. We danced, we played games, people had time to chill and to review things and to look through their workbooks. So basically, that was a very, very important lesson, that experiences are very key in how you learn, in how you live, in your level of joy, and even in your friendships and personal life. And so basically that was the Physical Investment Bootcamp, #2021, Bootcamp 2021. It was such an amazing experience. Thank you so much to IHIT, to host guests, to Young Investors team, to everyone who came. You guys made it all possible, and it was such an amazing experience. And looking back, I'm really proud of what we did, and 2 more bootcamps in 2022.
We're coming for you. And I think also just like preparation is something I learned, and I learned that from you. Because now a physical bootcamp, there are people who are also, they've researched, because they're not coming into this blindly. So you'd get a question from a student and it's a physical class. So sometimes I just ask myself, what if you didn't prepare thoroughly? What would you tell these people? So I felt like preparation, passion, and this teamwork goes all together. I can't wait to see you guys in our physical bootcamp this year.
See you guys, Bootcamp 2022. Cheers.